Hello and welcome. We're going to be playing along with Craft Roulette. We've got Celebrate, Apple Farm, Preserves, and Bring in a Dog for our elements. Right now, the only two dogs I have in my craft room are the stamp set and the sticker set, and I've decided I'm going to go with the stamp set, and I'm going to get to stamping. I've got my Misty out, and I'm going to bring in some ink and do some stamping. Now this video, I don't know how it's going to turn out. It was hilarious. Seemed like I have air upon air. If you look right there, I've got a stamp on my Misty, and I tried to pick up another stamp with it, and I don't even realize it's there yet. Inking, 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 and I'm trying to figure out why that's inked up like that. And then I'm going to ink it up again, and then I'm realizing now, just now, oh, there's another stamp underneath there. So I'm going to have to try again. This was just one calamity after another tonight. First of all, we got in from dinner and was going to watch Craft Roulette. Well, I was going to watch it. I sat down on the couch and my husband said, "Hey, you forgot about your show." And so I turned it on, and he went in the man cave and was watching his whatever he was watching. And I was watching it on the sectional, and I evidently got so comfortable, I saw the opening of it, the intro, and then I fell asleep. And I didn't wake up until they were just wrapping up their cards. So, I mean, I missed nearly all of it. Anyway, so I got up, and then I thought I would start working on my card. And it was just, like I said, it's been one calamity after another. So here I have stamped. I actually stamped two of them because as you can probably see, I messed up the table in the first stamping, so I went ahead and just flipped it over and stamped it again. So I'm just bringing in some tri-blend markers, and I'm going to do my coloring. I've just got a light brown blend there, and I'm coloring my dog. And he's cute. It's just a cute little puppy. The little gal's sitting there reading a book, and I was thinking we could celebrate books with this card. And I'm you see, I just typed in something. I am actually watching Stamper Girl. She's creating her Craft Roulette card as well. And I was responding, and the comments were chatting back and forth. And so that's why I had my keyboard in there. So now I'm just coloring in the ear. I decided I wanted him to have a darker ear, just a floppy, darker ear. And so I just took my darker brown blend and made his little ear a darker brown than his little face. And now I'm just coloring in my little girl's hair, and I decided she has curly hair, so I thought I'd make it black, and just coloring it in with that. I tend to shy away from the black marker just because it's so unforgiving, but it does okay here. I'm real careful just to kind of dot in the areas where the curls are, and then I'm able to fill it back in after I get done there. And I think it turned out all right. And I'm just going to color her little shoes black. Now our element, our colors are Apple Farm. So I'm going to make the little girl's shirt green and bring in some of that green apple color. And that's what I'm doing here. Just adding some shading with a little darker green. And then I'm just coming back in and blending. Not doing too much shading or anything on this. Now I'm going to make her have some little blue jeans on, so I'm just putting some blue down. I think if you had an apple farmer there, he'd probably have on some jeans or maybe some bibbed overalls or something at the apple farm. She's got a little cuff on her pants, and I'm just making it a little bit lighter. Because the underneath of your jeans always look lighter than the outside. And I'm just grabbing a little skin tone color so that I can come in and color in her skin. So let's see, what do we do? We actually went out to dinner last weekend. I had said something about going out to dinner, and we had made plans to go, and then my dad and stepmom had invited us over for chili, so we didn't go out, and we wound up having chili. So my husband said, I kind of cheated you last weekend on going out to dinner. And so he said, let's go out to dinner tonight. So That's what we did. We just went out and had a nice dinner, and he ran my car through the car wash. We're supposed to get some snow tonight, and he was like, I'm just going to clean up your car and we'll just put it in the garage. And so we did that, and then we went to dinner, and then we came home, and like I said, I sat down on the sectional, and he reminded me to watch Craft Roulette. I turned it on and probably fell asleep. So that was pretty much my evening. But I've been, trying to get over this cold for a long time. So I'd been taking cough medicine, and it just, I guess, knocked me out. So now I'm coloring in a little flower pot. I thought it'd be cute to have a little flower pot sitting on the table. And I'm forgetting that I had something else that I wanted to sit on that table, and I don't remember until I'm almost done with the card. So I've got this stamp set. I got this on Amazon a long time ago, and I don't know who it's from. And it's got a nice die set, so you can die cut out all the pieces. So I'm just going to get it taped down and get everything die cut out. And then I've got an extra little girl with a book and the dog that I can color later if I want, because it did stamp out okay. I just messed up the table on that stamping. Okay, so I've got my elements. Now we're going to start trying to figure out what we're going to do with the card. Now I had ahead of time had planned to just do like a fun fold, and I just took this panel and I scored it at 2 1/8 on both ends, and then just folded it over so that I'd have these two closures. And this paper here is from the Crafty Courtyard Pink and Main kit from December, and I'm just using it to adorn my card base. And I thought it was celebratory, the polka dots and all the different colors and stuff. I thought that looked like a celebration, so that's why I picked that. And then I thought, does it look enough apple farmish? So I took these green strips of paper that were also part of that Crafty Courtyard kit, and I embossed them with that little tiny embossing folder that I got in my Spellbinders Crafty Advent calendar, and just put some bubbles on them as well. So they've just got some raised circles on it, and it adds a nice little dimension to it. I'm just going to get them glued down on there. And now we've got our card base. So I cut this circle out. I used a fancy stitched circle die from Cat Scrappiness for this. And I thought this would be a place to build my scene. And I think I just realized, yeah, this is where I realized my table's missing something. I need my preserves. So I'm bringing in this Lawn Fawn stamp set and just a scrap piece of white paper. And I'm going to get my preserves out, and I'm going to stamp it down. Now the scale's not quite right, but it's what I had. So anyway, I've got my little jar of preserves, and I'm going to bring in just some of my markers and color it up. I had just a solid red, and I was just going to bring it in. These are a different set of markers that I have. They're just alcohol markers. And then I wanted some shading, so I grabbed a little darker red and just kind of went around there. And then I thought, I need a bright color for the topper, and so I just grabbed a yellow color and just colored it in. Now I don't have a set of dies for this Lawn Fawn die set. I decided I'm going to take the word jam and just stamp it right on there. So that's what I did. I grabbed the little jam stamp, and I'm stamping it on there. And this is where I'm going to have to grab my scissors and fussy cut this out, because I don't have dies for this one. Fussy cutting is not my favorite, but I'm getting better at it, I think. So you can see the scale of it's not quite right. It's a big old thing of preserves. She really likes her preserves, so she buys large containers. Anyway, so I'm going to just set my table down, glue it straight down, and then I'm going to pop up my little girl, my little dog, and get it laid down on there. I'm just using an 1/8 of an inch foam tape from scrapbook.com. I love that stuff. I don't know if you guys use it or not, but oh, it's thin. You can just use it on your tiny sentiments and just anything. And it was laying there handy, so I thought I'd grab it. So I'm just laying her in front of the table. And I've got my little plant that I'm going to set down, and I'm going to bring my preserves in, and I'm going to pop them up because they are a focal point according to our parameters. And I just put that on the table. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the sentiment and just messing around with it, pulling in a lot of different sentiments. And what I don't know is that I've got black ink all over my fingers. And so the more I touch that little round thing, I'm getting black all over it. So I grab some alcohol and try to get my hands clean and clean my work surface. I'm just a total mess. I mean, this whole video and card making was hilarious. So I continue to get my fingers cleaned off, and then I decide I'm going to have to do something to fix this. And then I shut off my camera because I don't know what I'm going to do. So I've decided to stamp the lamp post that come with the kit and color it in. And I'm only going to color in part of the post because I know it has to be a lot shorter. And I think this will cover up the black ink that I've smeared all over the panel. So I just start coloring it in so that I can use it. And there's always a solution. When you have a little problem with your card, there's always some kind of solution. I'm just blending, I don't know. And then I just decided to color the whole thing in the dark blue. And then I'll just fussy cut it out. But, you know, a lot of times when I make a little problem, I just look at it and think, okay, how can I fix it? How can I cover it up? What can I do? And this was my solution here. I thought, well, I'll just bring in the lamp, tuck it in behind her head, and cover up that ink that I got all over it. I think my Misty had some ink on there that I didn't get cleaned off. I usually try to keep it really clean so that I don't make a mess. And my stem's still too long, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit. And then I just kind of figure out how I can tuck that in there and cover up the two. There's actually 2 spots. And so I'm just going to use my lamp and tuck it in there and get those 2 spots covered up so that I can move on with my card. So I got that. Now I need to locate a belly band. So I'm off camera looking for a piece of paper that I can cut into a belly band, and I thought I needed to bring some blue back in. So I just grabbed a 12 by 12 sheet of blue paper, and I'm going to score it at, I don't know, 2 1/4 or something, just so I have a nice little bend in it. And then I'm going to cut it down, and then I'll just glue my belly band around there, and that'll be a place for my little scene to attach to. So I'm just going to glue it down on there, get my little scene, get it nice and straight, and then I'll just slide it back on my card. And now I've met all the parameters for the card. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.